explain to you. So that hit that I was talking about appears to be taking on a form of an extortionate hit. So that's what I was telling your agents that you need to apprise them of that type of thing. I'm sure they're gonna get to them. They're trying to do Trump. They're trying to do me, but I'm sure they're gonna do your agents. So that's why they want the identities so they can extort them. So any politician complaining about the identities should be seen as a deep state extortionate. They're trying to get your agent's identity for extortion. Once they get the identity, they start tracking everything online and go back through history and all that. That's why you have so many dirty cops. It's all extortion. They figure if they don't go with them, then something will happen to them. They won't have their job or whatever. Thanks, Larry. So you have to explain two things: food source and touch security, even in their regular life, like at home. I mean, you obviously got to touch things, but just they can't think too much into it. Like a couple of fentanyl things they think was psychological or something. I mean, I don't know if it was or wasn't, but you have to be careful with it. But again, you have to explain a certain way to make sense and panic them. Right? So you should do touch security, food source security, and then how the extortion thing works. What you could do is set up some profiles, but again, their I think can figure out if you're a real profile or just an undercover cop. Like the days of working is almost dead for anybody with any high level technology, like spycraft. Anybody knows spycraft and spycraft technology has access to that type of, you know, analyzation, I guess. I don't believe they extort people till they know they're real. All right, I think I'm connected now. So your agents and your officers, they need to be apprised of touch security, uh, food source security. I understand some people got freaked out about touching fentanyl that didn't exist. Right? So you don't want to cause psychosomatic stuff or whatever they call that. Right? So you have to tell them you have to say it the right way, and then you also have to apprise them of the extortion thing. That's why they're trying to get the identity of the officers. And anybody that's been pushing for the identity of the officers or just your facial recognition capability, I know that politicians are saying it's something else, but they're working for those people that extort. So they're probably extortionate, racketeering, and criminal enterprise members, and they're fighting for the identities to be known so they can extort them or try to extort them. That's why you got so many dirty cops because they've all been extorted through facial recognition and things like that. So if you notice, they're trying to extort Trump there and not working for them. The MAGA people are idiots. Right? It's just trying to extort Trump to throw off the real investigations. Right? we're see, that tells you that that Kash Patel and whoever it is probably beginning to move in the right direction. And they're getting antsy with me, so they force some porn. So again, it's possible that the LDS is connected to it. It could be Satan stand, so I can't tell you they are. But I had some strange worded text messages that came in. It could be used to psychologically induce something in me, and there's several things it could be used for. And then combined with the specific porn, which I'm not going to talk about right now, that they induced, it could be show a relation. Now they may not know. They may, like, you could have people that are just like think they're working for an FBI agent or a state police officer or a local PD guy on a big case, and he tells them to say something, and then the CIA slap or whoever it is, or even Elon Musk people put that porn in there, and it connects. So what they're trying to do is cause an aversion to the LDS Church. But it looks like it could be extortion. And like the cops have spy masters telling them what to do also. So very much illegal, very much corrupt, very much devils and demons and antichrists and witches and sorcerers. They're willing me right now to go look at that porn. Okay. It's not a test, not a test at all. Let me heal these kids in this family. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. I have had to get a few items from Walmart that I forgot. This is going to anger them even further because I'm going to Walmart so much more. No, it's not. It's not a psychological test. None of it's a psychological test. They're like they're Joseph Mengele of psychology. That's what they're experimenting on people. They're killing people. Get people to cut themselves open. They're sickos, man. Special place in hell for them. I'll tell you that. Like all those people you say there's a special place in hell for them. All these stuff. They're the people that cause that. Right? Criminals will be forgiven. Majority of them. They cause it physically, psychologically, and metaphysically. Can I do it, sir? All right. Yeah, I already overate the tomato sandwiches. I couldn't stop. The mayo has a bit of sodium in it, but like veganese mayo. So there's a big hit. MAGA like failed the deep state psychology test as far as repelling the deep state. Right. don't know if there's anything in the food section that I need. I had like 3 big sandwiches of tomatoes. All right. How you doing? I know what's going on. So, like, I haven't seen this many black people in Overland Park. I don't think ever. So, what's going on? They're being cursed. Something's going on right now. So, I'm seeing all of them healing them. So it's like an intersection. Hashem can, have people go to the store at a certain time, certain people. And then I see them when I'm out. And then he has me go to the store and heal them. This time it's like a bunch of black people, but they got a lot of stuff on them. I can see that. They got a lot of stuff on them, put on them by other people, curses and spells, and it says things, nasty about them. Actually, where is it? Oh, wait, sorry, I want to go there. Well, again, also like the other people that are like a racist will hear it or get the thought, and then we don't need that kind of stuff happening. That's not the one I need. Where's the other one? I mean, if you see somebody in an electric car, hear them. There's a guy standing in front of the thing I gotta get. Or sitting there in the electric car, just healed him. But see, like that, the thing wants me to be mad at him, like for that, right? So I wouldn't heal him. He's in front of my stuff. He's parked in front of it in the car. Right. People dressed in their Indian gear must have been out to some sort of Indian celebration. Or Indian. Let me look at this colors one more time. I've been seeing a lot of people from India too. That one doesn't seem to be the same. They don't seem to be cursed today. Oh, the rustic arm. I don't know. It's almost terracotta. It just needs a little more red. What if I put a code of this down and a code of the other one if I do anything? Change color. He should be fired if you ask me, if they're in the government. And if if Elon's behind it, then he's behind it. But if he's not, I'd fire the people. Right? Cut off their access. Or he's behind it, then the government's got to investigate him. That's just how that kind of stuff works. Or it's supposed to work, should I say. Timeless red, ladybug red. This is timeless red. But I don't know. It's kind of close. They're all like off a shade. All surface. Brown clay. The brown clay just doesn't, it's just too dark, too close to brown. It's not really brown, but it's just not it. Darn, I wanted to paint the other ones too. I just don't. I just wanted some plain old terracotta, but they don't look like they have it. What's that? Oh, who's the paprika? That's close, but it's not really paprika. That's the problem. If it was paprika, it'd be fine. I guess that's kind of close. Rustic orange is clay. It's like it's like a mixture of this and that one. It'd be perfect. I don't know if I paint like a coat of one and a coat of the other, if it would change the shade all that much or not. I guess it would, because it would. I don't know how it would come out. It could come out speckled even. But sometimes it interacts with the coat below it, and then kind of gels with it. Excuse me.
Sorry.
No worries.
Hello.
See, he's finished over there. Oh, who's finished? Somebody's finished. You're actually going to take action, or you're just faking it? I agree. No, it's not okay. No, I didn't make I didn't have choices. That's obvious. See, what they try to do is bring it back to the here and now instead of keeping it in the divine forever. Right? Because this is Satan's planet. They want to describe, how superior they are on Satan's planet. Right. So I was going to grab some terracotta and just see how far off it is. I got some plastic terracotta here, I guess. Oh, that's real. The smaller ones, these things are too good to carry over there if I don't have to. Thank you. This called me an SOB. We got the big ones. We don't get the small terracotta. No, I said God. You all God. You all are God. Get got God. Oh, there it comes. You see the different shade. It's interesting how they look a little. I'm gonna take them both of them. This is a different shade. Next to these. These are nice terracotta thingies. Oh, they're on clearance too. I got artsy fartsy terracotta plant pots. Difficult enough to keep myself alive. If the plant would die around me like the cactus did. Curses are enough to gag a maggot. Right? Maggots. Alright, so let me see here. This will help me. I wish they had this. This is the paprika. This is the rustic orange. Getting close for 2 ounces. Brown clay. Getting close, I guess. Brown clay is probably the closest. Yeah, I'll have to go with the brown clay. I don't think I'll get anything close. But I'm thinking the one the ones I was going to buy from Israel, the lamps aren't this terracotta. It's a little bit different, a little more red in it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. It's close enough to terracotta. It's a little light for that one. This one, just about perfect. It's a little darker than this one. I guess it's Hashem's way of saying that's the only thing I'm gonna have. I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna throw these away anyway. Well, if you didn't mess up my life, I would buy your terracotta. I'd have use for it. You're actually, the Walmarts and all those people that psyop for the crooked cops and the crooked agents. They, I gotta put it over there. They're actually hurting their own businesses, but they don't care because they self-enriching, Right. Well, that's why us Americans don't have money. I don't know. I still don't know about the color. I don't know if I prefer red or what. I guess I can clean it, and if I don't like it, I can. Is this thing off center? Is my Jewish star off center? Find me a mirror. Here's the mirror section. Gee, where's the mirror? No, it's these state attacks and Maga went nuts. Loomer's still all over the place. She's left, right, up, down. She's got to be careful because there's a lot of people want to take her out, and Trump is the only thing protecting her. Right. I mean, you just like going after career people. They don't get the job. Never did. What's up with these young people here? What's wrong with young people at Walmart? I've never seen so many young people. You need to be healed. I think God asked that question to me, so I think about it. Too much cleavage there. Actually, she's not showing any cleavage, but I've never seen a tighter shirt on a young woman than that. It actually has the like the crease underneath. The cleavage is just like totally out. Oh, needy, that's it. She's probably needy and they're trying to have sex with her. Who are they? They are they. They're always they. They are never us. See, I don't know if I want this red or I want this. What's the paprika look like compared to this? Like people are starting to complain about odor in the paint, so Rust-Oleum's making low odor paint now. This is too red. It's close. What I was looking for. I gotta paint this thing, so I can't be too much more picky. There's no other paint around it. See, it's going to change color when I put the satin, and then when I put the triple gloss, high gloss on it, it's going to change the look. I guess I'll go with it. It's called brown clay, but I don't know. It's the only way to give it a chance. Something's like really like it's cursed or something. I can't even get to it. I guess it's them, huh? Must be them. I've never seen this kind of people shopping at Walmart. Mostly young people. This is what they do on their day off. They go to Walmart. I'm supposed to be a leader of this planet. Actually, I am kind of, but it's all inside. These look IDF shoes. $24.98. Let me go here quickly. $17.98. No boundaries. MNB rugged skate, olive. It's coded from Hashem. Do you know what it means? No boundaries. Just 10.5. I don't know. Memory foam. M and B. Okay, Mike, November, Bravo, rugged skate, olive. Oh, the other ones. Yeah, I didn't look at the other ones. Look it up online. It's a Walmart shoe. I have other cues and listing online if it's online. And then George, 9.5. Evian, off. Non marketing outsole. MGE or Mike Golf Echo knit sneaker, olive. You know what? When I was like, I don't even know how, was I 16 or something? Or 17? I don't even remember. I went to that delayed entry program as a teletypewriter repairman. I was going to have like one of those Chris jobs, like an office job in the Army. And I'd been around women. I probably have been married. I probably got married to somebody in the Army. It would have been a simple life. No engineer, no back problems. I've been a teletypewriter repairman. I probably married somebody in that kind of in my unit. Probably would have been assigned to pack or something. I was going to go to college, and I did go to some college, so I backed out of it. I know I'm forgetting something, I'm sure. So again, the more they do that, the more Satan's stance picks up. Happy stance, but Satan pushing it. All right, thank you. Have a great night, sir. So like my church says yeah, and I hear it all the time. Psalm 68:4. That's got like a fit. Power of the people fit. But you know, like people don't associate that with Judaism. As weird as it sounds. Now that I got the Star of David, the 3-inch Star of David on it. It's actually a kippah, but it's Bukhari. I think it's the Bukhari that's called. Bukhari kippah, so it's bigger.
good for people that shave heads because it doesn't fall off. But if you just wear it, everybody's like, it's a Muslim dude. Even if I had the yasha, that dude's Muslim. Did I open the wrong door? Yeah. Now I was getting all screwed tight and all screwed up inside the apartment. As soon as I came outside, I got better. So I guess that's part of what they noticed. Even inside my apartment, I get sick. It's probably sick in there. It's got like, I don't know, like, it's got a weird echo. I guess it's temp the feeling in the house. Not a bad echo, but it kind of rings. That's why I had to do the de-esser. That's why I had the problem with I had to do the de-esser because the S is the sibilance problems. Look, here's Satan stands a trailer out here that's flat red. You sure you didn't want the red bar? You sure you didn't want the red? Buyer's remorse. Buyer's remorse bar. Satan does. That isn't God's world. See, you all don't have a clue what God, anything really about real God. So you don't know, like how none of this makes any sense. Like God touched me and I had like memory, you know, like before the planet. And I'm like, wait a minute, none of this makes sense. No, God doesn't build things that can fall. How the hell did that happen? Like, if you actually sit back and psychologically analyze what you say God is, which God isn't, everybody be like, oh, God's like this demented thing, all powerful, but he makes us fall. No, you have choice. You have choice. God gave you a choice to fall. So it's like a board game, like from Milton Bradley. Y'all don't have a clue who God is. The scriptures actually tell you that, and I wouldn't know if God didn't tell me. But God says He told me because He can tell me. I allow Him to tell me. I don't seek Satan and call it God. And then when Satan destroys my neighbor and pays me money, I go, yes, very just, God, very just. Okay. Remember Yoga Devil or what I call it? I wonder if I can find that. It's like my Facebook or something. It's Yoga Demons or something. I came, I saw, and I conquered. But boy, it hurts. That was a tough mission. It's like God sent me. It's just inside. You just got to you got to stay focused on God. I mean, you're going to sin, but you got to stay focused on God and what God tells you, right? The biggest scam is the sex sin because they're not letting God. What happens is God will structure your life so there's no sex sin. Like you just live this life with a wife. But that's why people that are trans are not in trouble because you're all doing it to them. You're all willing it, you're all spelling it, you're all cursing it, and you don't have to do it directly for it to happen. If you want somebody to be hated, or you take somebody down, then all that junk's gonna get into their life. If you don't let them make money, all that junk's gonna get into their life. If you stalk them and curse them off every day, all that junk will get into their life. You can be an agent and stalk somebody. Don't fool yourselves. Right? That's why you're all getting stalked because the federal agents, crooked cops, and the crooked agents were stalking people. Right. Well, they opened you up to it. I told you that for the last 20 years since I've been awake, 21 years, whatever it is. Right. Thanks, sir. When the correction hits, then you'll have to pay for it. like those people that got fired. They're out here now chasing you around, right? Go work for some PI firm that's deep state, make twice as much money. Right. That's the biggest scam. Private investigators. So I was like a bunch of spirits today. I don't know who is he. And the thing was like, it could have been a judge or something. So you're telling me if somebody wants to harm another person, to hire a private investigator to do it? Yeah, that's it. It's a scam. If you want to harm somebody, Project Veritas is stalking people. They're not investigating anything. They're stalking people for an extended period of time, and they have people that tell them when to go in and when to do it, right? Because they're part of a larger criminal conspiracy, and they don't only do political stuff. That's the scam. See, they get in. Oh, I'm the guy that helped you. Right. And again, they're devils. They're spelling people to, be attracted, and they're messing around with people's attraction, right? To a certain degree, they're being catfished. The catfishing is somewhat illegal. Why am I going that way? Oh my God! No, I don't feel like seeing the bait girls at Planet Fitness just now. I'm trying to unsexualize, or not unsexualize, but not be sexualized. Right? No, they have spell. They're witches, man. They're witches. They want riches and they're witches. I'm serious. Hashem brought up this thing this morning. It's like, what do you notice? It's, there's women rabbis. Can't find anybody on YouTube that's not a woman rabbi, or a woman cantor. He goes, and you'd like to go to the shul or go to church or some religious society just to be a everyday person and slave for them. And you can't get there, right? Isn't that weird? Well, Sam, I'm not like against women. I'm about empowerment of women. Yeah, but isn't it weird? Trying to keep the white man down and feed him to the black man. It's not gross. It's what you're all actually doing. 100%. No, it's their mind. You empowered the wrong people, and their mind's creating all of this because they have way and status, and they can project with that status and that money. I don't know. I'm not seeing to heal this place. I don't know why I'm down here. Actually, well, maybe God, Hashem doesn't want me to heal your community. I guess these people want to be healed. Well, too bad. It's not. It's not happening today. Yeah, I guess their finances are down. Oops. Right. And next, maybe Hashem will send another healer in. Oh, the real 70. Nothing against LDS, but there is a real 70. It's like there's a real 72 Sodic. Right. There's no outlet there. but they're not all rabbis, because you just heard what I said. Yeah, it'd be nice if my mother could have married Rabbi Sanders. That would have been nice. Agreed. Probably would have been a more normal life. Nice guy. Had some off-color jokes, but a lot of rabbis too. Like at funerals. You go to funerals, rabbis tell wacky jokes. They have funeral jokes. Everybody's sitting shiva, they tell you wacky jokes. Yeah, right. When I was 5, my dad died. My step-grandfather was the only grandfather I knew. Everybody else was gone. Died like 2 years later, 2-3 years later. I did each one of them proud. Believe you me, they know the truth. Right. Well, they showed signs of the crucifixion. My father, my step-grandfather. Right. Three, they were being crucified. They did it to people before Jesus came along. It's in the scriptures. Right. I put my refrigerator on a platform with wheels, or the thing I built, right? And it's the perfect height. 5 inches is too low. It's actually live. I have no idea. If I was younger, it'd be easy, but this age, I don't know. Yeah, I was in the wrong timer. Like I should have been in Miami. Like that's what I should have probably did. Went back. Actually, I wanted to go to a different weather pattern. And I did. So I guess Santa Fe did work out for weather-wise. I met some nice people, but it was nothing could ever be real. Right. Only a few nice people though. Most of those, I think they were transplants. So maybe there isn't any nice people in Santa Fe. Actually, the tow truck driver was from there. He was cool. He fed me information. Probably tried to kill him. He said all the majority, because he's a businessman. I mean, it was a tow truck driver or a businessman owning the tow truck. I can't remember. But he said, it's all front business. That's when the Trump administration was saying, oh, New Mexico's great. They're making money under my plan. That's all the freaking heroin money, bro. The fentanyl money. Ain't no reality in Mexico. All right. I agree, Larry. I agree, sir. There ain't no doubt that if they were forced to stop what they were doing, I'd have been marrying each location I was at. What the officers put out internally is that if they, hopefully I didn't use any of these. I think I lost some of my water. I don't know if I took it in or lost it. But they, the officers that got through said if they didn't interfere, you'd have been married. I see they're trying to block it. You'd have been married 3 or 4 times in each place you lived in the time that you lived there. Because they get so mad because they walk through the office going, "What woman want to be with him?" Right. Meanwhile, the deep state and the women away are paying them off, forcing me to move. Right. And again, the move thing they use is, oh, maybe he's a serial killer. He moves around a lot. It's the kind of shit they do. Meanwhile, the real serial killers are doing working as big architects while they're chasing after nobodies. Nothing to do with the case people because they're trying to extort them for money. The Gilgo Beach guy, he may have paid them, and that's why he never got. Or get somebody off of their case. Right? Say, start investigating some cop that's investigating them or somebody they know, right? And extort them off a case. Right. I guess the only thing I can do is actually just spray the darn stuff and see what it looks like. Right. Because I think the other color is more red than I'm looking for. Where's the one? There's one I didn't paint. I have no idea where that is at this point. It's like a peach tone, I guess. Here's the. It's kind of close to this. I guess it's good. I just wanted a tad red in it, and it's not there. Nothing to do. I bought it. Supported my local Walmart, even though they don't support me. I'm gonna put my coat on here in a second. Gotta shake her up, shake her up. What's Hashem's cue? I gotta paint these for some reason, exigently. Maybe it's probably a power move because they're cursing those now, right? So the other ones are now purifying because they're focusing their power on the other ones. Okay, so I need something to lay down for this. Now they're cursing it. I can hear them. They are the original satanic masses. They are the original satanic masses. Oh, here it is. That's it. I forgot I had this stuff. I don't know, I get stuck to that. Oh, well, I'm just going to do it. Do it. One spit on. It's like I'm liking where I live now, of course, but it's a scam to get me to stay here. That's what they did in Naples, man, or I wouldn't have been there that long. 100%. Let's just shake it for like a minute. Everything's like normal, kind of, They were probably drugging me. I imagine that's what they were doing. Right. Actually, this is Adobe. Yeah, it's a little. Not Adobe. It's like a chimenea. I didn't paint that. It's a little darker. That's fireworks, I guess. First, it sounded like a gun. What is that? I have to return this. It looks like it's not like mixing. I think somebody else had problems with one of the cans like that. I was reading earlier. Like yeah, they're probably the whole lot's bad. Right. Let me find something to spray. Thank the Lord for telling spray because it's from the bottom. I'll spray that. Yeah, well, that needs protection up to that's true. Looks like it's just clear liquid. I guess that's it. All right, it's coming right now. Right, let me make sure it works. I just some stinky paint. I just pulling it up. I don't know. I don't trust this paint. Just be careful with it. Yeah, I gotta do. It's a good color, but I gotta do light coats. I do have red on these. Very light coats. Yeah, I'm used to that 2 times spray or Rust-Oleum, right? This dries really quick. It's just gotta be careful you don't pull it up. Let that dry now again. I think it says it dries darker. Right. And then if you put the clear coat on, I think it gets even darker. I can't remember if it gets lighter or darker. Darker, I guess, because black and it gets right. Yeah, I definitely like the Rust-Oleum better. Definitely doesn't cover that much. It dries real quick. Yeah, I think it's the one where they said it looks kind of orange, dries. It looks good. That's the color. Let it dry a little bit now. So I'll put a couple coats, a few coats, just pretty thin when it lays. And then I'll Just uses up. Be careful. I want to run. The color looks about right. Well, I told I told you to stay on Syria and the government of Syria. Otherwise, you got to guide them, you got to accept them, but you got to give them the got to micromanage them. All right, you didn't do it. And here's where I knew we'd get if you didn't micromanage them. Right. Well, because somebody like Russia's psyoping them all day. Even Jews are willing to be corrupt because they're Islamic. Right. Trying to paint what underside is available to paint. Woo. Yeah, it wouldn't mix it first, and then it mixed up after I sprayed it a couple times. Just like a clear liquid coming out. For some reason, they want me to look up. Right. They want me to look up that Monica Maurice. Right. I mean, maybe just to laugh because they disappeared her. Right. They psyoped her a ton. She doesn't know. She's just not intelligent enough to see it. I mean, I see it and it still gets me, but right. Nah, it's the same thing. They know what they're doing. They probably drugged her. Right. She was easy because even when she was like when she was panhandling, she'd eat food that people gave her. When you're a target, you can't do that. Right. You barely trust the restaurant. It's fentanyl. Actually, that's what's financing all of it. Yeah, this paint definitely doesn't go as far as the Rust-Oleum. Right. I believe that 2 times. Right. 2 times ultra cover. Right. It's better deal than the Glidden, but I couldn't find this color. They used to have terracotta, but it's only available in Canada. Could be our friends, our deep state friends at Home Depot. Right. get out of this country. That's the closest you're going to get to terracotta at this point. Right. I don't know what the clear is going to do to it. It looks fine. It looks real nice. It looks nicer than it did when it came with its natural finish. I've already primered it a few coats. Then we'll do some heavy, thick clear and see how that works. Yeah, I could have healed 5 years ago if they were kept away from me. Right. I'm probably much better than I am now. I've been right back to normal. They located a bunch of people. They had 100 missing. Now it's only 3 in Texas. They all knew I had good intentions. They called me Mr. What do they call me, Mr. Friendly. So they knew I had good intentions. They're just being, the criminals that they are. Right. Probably give it one more top coat right now in a little bit. It's just so humid, you gotta wait between coats. It's not drying as fast as it normally would. It's hot, it's humid. Glad I got my thermostat set. I was like totally lost the other day. I'm like, I have no idea where this thing is. I was able to, experimentation to figure out where it was. Good for now. Wait for it to be good and dry before I turn it over. Oh, he just did it again. They keep cursing me on my arc. They keep cursing my arc. So I keep hitting the door. Doesn't matter. I have another one somewhere. The bottom one's on arc too. So I gotta get all this stuff out of here soon. Just whittle it down so I can keep cleaning on the place. Right. Really don't have that much in here now. I took one of my kitchen carts and put it in storage. I would like to have given one away, but everything is so freaking weird around here. I can't get anywhere. Right. And they did that before. Right. This is definitely getting fading. Definitely fading. Right. It's just a matter of time before it's gone. But that's a tough one. I'm glad I started working. I didn't even see it. it must be from that tanning lotion or something, the self tanners. So it's probably the dye from in that. Yeah, those little lamps really turned out nice, considering the other coat's kind of rough in the beginning. I think Hashem didn't want me to give them away because they would just said I'm grooming people. Like, probably already said that about the things I gave away. Constant illusion. Disgusting. Every last one of them. Piggish people, piggish. I gotta get the. What did I do with my bags? Where did my bags go? Missing my trash bags. That's a cue though. I gotta order a new one. I'll call me. The number is dwindling. Actually, yeah, I don't know why I'm not using that. That's that drop cloth I have. I should be using that. Where'd my freaking trash bags go? For the deep stain in the ceiling trash bags. That was on top of that refrigerator. Yeah. Can't put anything past those weirdos. If I'd have been awake in the government, I'd have grabbed the lawyer and they'd have been meat. Right. And I'd have been a rich man. But it was still difficult as a white man. Because generally you can't say the deep state. You just have to find a reason why you would be discriminated against when you're black or a woman back then. That was like a no-brainer. Right. And the government knows that it was done. What are they going to say? It isn't discriminatory. It's the deep state. They just would just as soon as say it's discriminatory and settle out of court. Right. I mean, there was a ton of information back then about all those people. Matt Fogg, and then who was that guy? I forget the inspector's name. He always will me to forget him. Black inspector that got run off the road or something. He used to try to run me off the road. That was weird. I was talking to that one therapist, and he told me to use theanine, so he was a good guy. I was supposed to see him so he could tell me about the theanine. Right. Even though I had tried it on and off, he said that's the one you want to use, and I used it and it was fine. Right. And but he asked me, did they try to run you off the road? I said, yeah. I think they may. I actually think he's a victim because I think he thought because he's kind of weird when this is what because it affects you. So he thinks I'm just pulling his string at first, right? Because he was probably a victim of the dirty cops. Right? And they probably tried to run him off the road. All right, so I need to take my alcohol and try to sterilize my nasal sinus thingies. I'll run alcohol. If I don't use them for a while, I'll use alcohol. And then have to run. Then you got to run a lot of water through it. But I'll run some of the xylitol saline solution through it. That sterilizes it too, but I'll force all the alcohol out. But alcohol is the best thing to use, actually. Tell you to use like vinegar, but no, it doesn't work like this. And Walmart alcohol is cheap enough to use. Any other company would be too expensive. You fill that reservoir up with alcohol, kill all the germs. All the amoebas and all the germs are dying. Ain't gonna live through that. They shake it up in the reservoir, let it sit in there a little while. And then actually hold it straight up and down and push the low button. Hey, wait, it isn't even moving. What if my batteries are dead? Do I have rechargeables in here? I don't. This thing isn't broken. See if this works. Put my rechargeable batteries in. Then you just push the button lightly, and then that alcohol will fall back on that sinus tube. And just let it sit. Now it's all up in the system. And it's sitting on that outer tube. Give it a minute or two, it'll kill all those germs. I'm going to hit it with one more. It's really a white spray. That 2 times cover is definitely at least 2 times this. Just real light. Just real coat. That's it. Then we'll get the other side once that dries. Take at least an hour to dry. It tells you like 15 minutes, but nah. You lay it upside down, it'll get screwed up. Now let's push this through. All right. Now I go get bottled water. Just a little bit more. Go get some bottled water. Put it in the microwave. I wonder if those amoebas could last. I wonder how long it takes to kill an amoeba in the microwave. Probably not too long. Put the water in there for a minute. It warms it up. Life expectancy of an amoeba in the microwave is probably like 30 seconds. Even though there is none in that water. I agree. Yeah, I waste a couple of packets cleaning this every so often. But that helps sterilize it with xylitol and the saline. Xylitol is actually an antibacterial. And do the same thing, just push the button and let it fall back onto the spout. More water. One more packet. Let it dry now a little bit. All right, stay peaceful, praise God, and all that you do.